I'm going to Africa. Not your usual DTO type of content, but I always got something up my sleeve. I've been doing this for way too long. Don't think I just do animations. I'm tired, my lips chapped, my hairline's still receding. Going to another continent 2.5 weeks ago was scary. I ain't gonna cap. I went to South Africa. Now let's be honest, if you've been in captivity, America, all your life, had a stereotypical perspective of it based off of 1 cent a day, can save this child's life African commercial, African booty scratcher jokes, and been brainwashed to think that they haven't advanced past Tinky's huts and despair, you probably think everybody look like this too. Well, cut the crap, cause I'm here to tell you from experience, that's cap. I used to think, Africa, I don't wanna go to no Africa. There's probably gonna be a zoo in my backyard or something. Like, give me some cool place to visit, like Japan or the DR. Until I went there. I ain't gonna waste no time. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit of what I experienced and learned. The positives and the negatives at the same time. IRL vlog version of this trip on my second channel, link in the description in my channel page. Okay, first off, coming into South Africa, I didn't see naked people running around, chucking spears and going back to their huts to hump their ladies. Everyone there, even the cities, were very modern. They had different spots. The super modern cities, the cultural modern cities, the ancient cultural areas, the safari areas, the poor areas, the rich areas that have the folks that finesse the economy, the suburbs, almost endless plots of land with mountains almost everywhere, a bunch of different cultures, languages, and tribes. The vacation spots were also really nice too. I recommend Durban or Cape Town. Now, my biggest headache living there for almost 3 weeks was the constant power shutoffs. The second I turned on the Wi-Fi, boom. The minute I turned on too many lights, bam. The millisecond I turned on the washer, pow. That's when I found out that houses there needed 1 of 3 things to combat that: solar panels, an inverter, or a backup generator. I'd recommend just getting all 3, cause these people over here getting finessed like America. When the power goes off, there's water, but no lights, no Wi-Fi, no ceiling fan, no AC, no oven, no shirt, no shoes, no service. They really make you resort back to primal survival. Heck, I was walking through the mall that week and the power randomly shut off. In the mall! In the mall! Besides that, the food was bussin', the drinks were okay, except for the grape Tizers and hazelnut lattes. The mugs were so good, bro. Make you want to smack your grandma. The air is clean, the clouds are real, the land is rich. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you were digging and found some gold off rip. The pigeons were more masculine than the modern man. Nah, for real, like, I may have been in South Africa, but them pigeons was from New York. I ain't smell not 1 ounce of fear in them, bro. Like, where they Tim's at? You say one wrong thing to them pigeons and they might pull out a shank. The roads wasn't nothing like the States. They were opposite. And so were the driver's side seats in the car, which at first had me confuzzled. I'm so used to the right that if I drove in South Africa, there might not be none of me left. I can't stress this enough. If you go to a restaurant, make sure you tip the waiter 10% or it'll be offensive. If you don't got it, I understand, but if you do, go ahead and give up the goods, my boy, especially if they know. That's the norm over there, because a good portion of the waiters aren't freaking millionaires or even highly paid workers for that matter. They struggling almost as much as the hobos on the street. Off rip, you wouldn't even know, because that waiter uniform makes them look like regular middle-class people. You're broke. Same thing for the workers in other professions. Just be mindful. Straight up, you don't know what people are going through in their daily lives. Don't play with these people money and they won't play with you. Don't believe me? I had an associate of mine get choked out that same week because her card declined in an Uber. So you have been warned. Speaking of Ubers, Ubers there are everywhere. Uber everywhere. We take out. We don't pay. Yeah, all right. Anywho, if you order an Uber, they'll be there in less than like 2 or 3 minutes, bro. Especially in Sandton and Johannesburg. And a lot of them actually really have nice cars that are cheap. Well, for me, of course. I'm talking about the luxury cars and the sports cars are cheap. Also aesthetically pleasing. I don't know about the inside though. The neighborhoods are actually safe. A lot of their neighborhoods. There's electric fences over the walls and the gates. And they got fences that'll impale you if you try to jump over it. Yeah, freak around and end up like Neji if you want to. The residents there think America is this dreamland until Americans like me school them on how it ain't all peaches and cream. It's more like gravy, turd, and hot sauce mixed together. Especially if you're of the sun-kissed complexion. Speaking of residents, if you get looked at funny because of whatever, don't pay it no mind. They gon' think what they think about foreigners, and if you're too nice, get tough, cause they will, and I do mean will, try to hustle you if you don't know how things work over there, especially if you're a foreigner with money. I ain't saying you don't gotta help them out, but be careful is all I'm saying. Some people actually need food, and some people just want money for something else. A lot of people over there try to imitate African American diaspora culture, from the swag, the looks, the music, the lingo, etc. In the slums of South Africa cities, I don't recommend going there because it's rough. Like, rougher than the South African suburbs, which are still struggling classes mixed in. I seen a little kid in the slums on the corner looking like a depressed father with 8 kids, a $50,000 tax bill, $700,000 mortgage loan, and a nagging masculine wife with 3 more baby mamas. Man, that really broke my heart, y'all. Like, it's one thing seeing it through the stereotypical commercial, but seeing it in person was a whole nother level of agony. I was in Soweto and saw a line of kids coming from school having to walk through all the chaos and smoke in the city just to get home, just to find out some of them were the cause of the smoke. And I gotta give some of these people their credit. Instead of selling that booger sugar, the poor people out there were hustling to get that money and food. I was bombarded by folks trying to do anything for my money, putting on street shows, a little bit of gaslighting, I ain't gonna lie, selling products they made, even try to charge me for me filming with my own camera. Oh, and singing. Song number 3, chat. Ain't no way. I had to give them some type of bread for that performance. Now, if you an American, pop bottles, because the USD currency is way more valuable than their currency, which is rands. I need y'all to understand this. 1 USD is currently worth 18 rands. So for every US dollar you add, it's like adding 18 rands each time. So let's say you have 5 USD, multiply 5 times 18 and you get 90 rands. You just multiplied the value of the dollar times the amount of dollars you have. You added 18 5 times. The reverse will be you taking 90 rands and dividing it by 18 and getting 5. An easy way to remember the currency differences between South Africa and the States is America to South Africa multiplication. South Africa to America division. Remember that. The popo and the security are way more calmer and nicer, unlike the States where they could put a strap in your face and get away with it. But I'd be more scared of the security because they be more strapped than the officers. Bro, I saw security at the South African malls at each corner, AKs slapped across chest, eye in the direction of the butts. Yep, AK or not, men gonna be men. Overall, my experience was life-changing. I plan on moving there permanently soon, and no, it ain't because of the 2.5 weeks I spent there. I already made plans to move there, so don't think, son of a...